We have done a lot in the past week. I weeded the flower bed. I pruned the grapevine. We harvested some sunflowers. We started taking in our onions, and our garlic is ready to go into the house. I also took a lot of damaged leaves off of these tomatoes today. Let's start our story off making salsa with our garden fresh vegetables.
Welcome to our outdoor kitchen. It's Labor Day. We were away for the rest of the weekend. We came home yesterday afternoon and we harvested a bunch of tomatoes. So many are coming ready now. So we also harvested some peppers, some thyme bombs, some jalapenos. We grabbed a couple onions from the garden and some of the garlic, and we're going to smoke them and make smoked salsa.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
We're loving the outdoor kitchen. These have been on for maybe an hour and a half at 400, and then about 20 minutes ago I jumped them to 450 to try to evaporate some of the juice off of them. Yeah, it's going really well though. So we're going to let those simmer for a while and reduce further, and tomorrow we'll can that. We'll have smoked salsa. It's going to be delicious.
One of the items that we have to take care of today is our carrots. It is supposed to rain tomorrow, 25 mils of rain tomorrow, so I want to get these out of the ground before they get wet again, because they're very dry right now. I think Bill is going to harvest most of these carrots with you, but I'm going to pull a few right now just to get an idea of what kind of size we have. Just broke that one. Okay. Oh, look at that. Pulled the top right off. Look at that. Let's see if I can do this one without any mishaps. Oh gosh, it's got two, it has two carrots on the bottom. I felt that. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, that's so funny. Let's go over to the next vegetable we are harvesting tonight before the rain tomorrow. Now, I already harvested some onions today because I wanted to plant some lettuce. So this bed, I harvested onions from it earlier today, and I put those on the drying rack in the woodshed. Now, we didn't get very many onions this year. We kind of experimented a little bit, but I've already probably harvested about 10 large onions for some preserving that we're doing in the house. Do you see how these onions are all turned over here? They've been like that for a few weeks, which means they're ready to pull. We're gonna let them sit in the woodshed for another couple weeks to continue this curing process. The other herb that I want to harvest here is our dill seeds. These will be our seeds for next year. So I'll just cut these, I call them fireworks. I'll just cut these fireworks off and throw them in a large paper bag. I will let them dry out a bit longer, and I'll put them in a seed pack and throw them in the grow room. We're going to be able to harvest these yarrow seeds. We can just take a bunch of them, cut them off, and we put them into a brown paper bag and let them dry out more. But yarrow is super easy. All of these right here are seeds, and it's absolutely stunning. You can see here, this is the color of this yarrow. It's a bright pink yarrow. It's absolutely stunning. Next year I won't need to plant seeds here, but I'll be using these seeds at the camp to have lots of yarrow over there. I'm also going to be harvesting some calendula seeds today before the rain starts. These little dried flowers right here are the calendula pod, and those funky looking seed are my favorite flower seed for sure. They look sort of like an octopus. It is coming to a time where we are getting between 8 and 10 consistently at night, and there's been a few nights that have been 5 degrees. So the garden is starting to show that. These spaghetti squash are almost ready to pull off. I'm just leaving them here until there's a frost warning, because they are definitely going to mature better on the vine than if I was to pull those off.
It's Friday night. We've had a busy week, and we've got stuff to harvest before a bunch of rain tomorrow. So we're going to start with our onions, and we're going to jump over to our carrots after that. So these onions turned out amazing this year. I believe the variety is Blush. Yeah, Blush onions. So let's get these out of the garden. They came out very nice size this year. This is probably one of our most successful onion growing years yet. That's a beautiful onion.
I am so happy with the onions this year. We're out here today planting our seed onions. We started them by just sprinkling seeds in a 4-inch pot. Growing onions from seed gets you these massive onions. When I used to use sets, our biggest onion was about this size when I used sets, and now we're getting wonderful onions. So that's a weed. We're gonna cure these on the shelf or the woodshed for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll cut off the stalks and we'll let them store for another 2 weeks, and then we'll bring them in and we'll store them in a cool dry place. These ones didn't quite get enough sunlight.
We're moving on to the carrots. Got to kind of work around this wild volunteer tomato. Let's see what we got. Nice. Nice. Ooh. Oh, it's fully split. Yep. Definitely pitchfork. She's a whopper. Now we're on to the second sowing. Have pretty high hopes for this. Robin has already taken a few out. We've got a few deformed ones, but some really nice ones, so I'm excited to see. Let's check it out. Oh wow. It's a beautiful set of legs. Okay, here's a PSA. When we started our garden, the first couple years we had our garden, we used peat pots. They come as a little puck, you hydrate them, and then you plant your seed and they grow in them. But what they have on the outside of them is like a nylon coating. And I just pulled this carrot. And you can see the nylon, it's grown through and actually dented and choked off the carrot. We avoid those now. We plant directly in soil, works better anyway. Wow, that's a big carrot. That's an even bigger carrot. That was a beautiful clump. Oh, carrots in love. Wow, these two are fully tangled together. Amazing. And the last one is another beaut. Perfect. So lots of carrots out of the garden. I think this year we're going to try a couple different ways of preserving them.
Oh my god. Look at this one.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Are you surprised about the carrots?
I'm surprised how many carrots there are, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got record onions this year. I'm happy with that.
Absolutely. There's a huge one under here.
Yeah.
How much do you think that weighs? Half a pound?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It was really great that we were able to harvest these vegetables before the rain comes tomorrow. We're gonna spend some time processing these carrots. And as I said, these are gonna go on the shelf to cure.
And then we're going to try a couple of different storing methods for the carrots this year.
Plan on doing a video on how we preserved our carrots, so that'll come at a later date. But right now, maybe you want to take a look at this last video that we did here. That was our garden tour.
Okay, well, thanks for stopping by and coming along with us on our harvest.
We're grateful for you. Bye. Think of anything else?
I think that's probably good.
It's cute, eh?
Yeah.
Cool.